Fight freaks, what it do? It's your boy Rotten Ninjas, man. I gotta make an exclusive video just for y'all. Just for y'all. I got my boy Theory Master here. This video is just for my fight freaks. Come on, man. We gotta get right into it. Right into it. I have to apologize. I have to start with this with an apology to my fellow fight freaks. You see? I didn't want to have to do this. I didn't want to have to do this with y'all. But I felt it was highly necessary, you know. First Amendment rights, got to stay strapped, you understand, at all times. But, man, come on, let's just get right into this. I got to apologize to y'all. Let me explain why. This sincere apology comes from the lack thereof. The lack thereof luster. The lack of excitement. The lack of explosion. Like I thought I was going to have with this fight. I had it with the Stipe versus DC fight. Why did this reaction lack the luster? Why did it lack the emotion, the emotional content that it needed, that I needed for my channel, for my viewers? Why? What was missing out of this? Let me start off by saying I was emotional. I was an emotional man. I have to admit, I have to keep it real with y'all. I cannot lie. I was an emotional individual, okay? What other fights have I been emotional with, the build-up and the leading up to, including the fight? What fights? Let's just take a look here. Of course. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. I actually cried at the end of that fight. I fucking cried. So that's another example of a fight being very emotional when it comes to me. And look, okay, I know more about Israel. I've invested more into Israel Adesanya than I have almost any other fighter. I have brought almost all of his last 4 or 5 events. I brought the fucking Israel Adesanya versus Anderson Silva fight just to watch that fight. Okay, Robert Whittaker and Kevin Gastelum were supposed to be on the main event card that night. They didn't make it because Whittaker pulled out. I brought the Kevin Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya fight. Okay? Now, mind you, even after I knew that Kevin Gastelum and Robert Whittaker weren't fighting, I still purchased the fight for the Stylebender versus Anderson Silva fight. I still purchased it for that fight. Then I purchased the Israel Adesanya versus Kevin Gastelum fight. Now I'm purchasing the Robert Whittaker versus Israel Adesanya. I've invested more into Israel. Okay? So watching him knock out Robert Whittaker, it's not that I wasn't excited, that I didn't allow that energy to flow through me and react naturally. I was truly emotional in that moment. I was truly hurt in that moment. Back when Kevin Gastelum and Robert Whittaker didn't fight because Robert Whittaker pulled out, I seen it then what they were going to do. I foresaw what was going to happen. I kind of knew that Israel Adesanya would be in the next interim fight with Kevin Gastelum. I knew that. I just had it in my heart. I knew that was going to be the next step. And I knew that meant whoever won the interim belt out of those two would have to face Whittaker. I knew that. But leading up to that, I knew that I would not be satisfied with a winner out of this event. I knew I wouldn't be satisfied with Israel Adesanya beating Robert Whittaker or Robert Whittaker beating Israel Adesanya. I knew it was a lose-lose situation for a fan like me who loves both guys. I knew it. Right? But I still watch. Fucking shit! That kind of sucks. Is this really going to show upside down on YouTube? I don't know. But I knew that's what was going to happen. And it happened. And it leaves us where we are now. Well, actually, it left us where we were last night. With my guy, Robert Whittaker, getting knocked the fuck out and Israel Adesanya winning. There was no burst of an explosion of happiness or joy or me being overly happy with the results. Either way it went, I was going to be unsatisfied. I was going to be the losing side because I'm a huge fan of both guys. But to also lose the privilege of seeing a war over the span of 5 rounds, that's also where I didn't feel like I won. So, win, lose, or draw, I was going to be affected by who goes home with the L. It was going to hurt me regardless. But the fact that it wasn't a war and it was right out who the better fighter was, right out, I'm sorry. I just didn't feel like I won as a fan. I didn't feel like I won. I wanted to see these guys go the distance. I wanted a 5-round fight. I wanted a war. I wanted it to be close. I wanted a draw. I wanted there to be a trilogy out of these guys. What can I say? I wanted that. But I didn't get it. Sometimes in this fight freak world, you don't get what you want. You get what's coming. In the wise words of Rotten Ninjas, fight freak. Ow!